What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to shed a light into a very important concept which might be known as variables in Python. Variables is a very important concept, and we are not going to only just learn variables, but we are going to learn a bit of more stuff. It's a type function which can determine the type of an data type or anything you want to pass through it, and f strings which are formatted strings that prints multiple values together. My bad. That stores multiple values together, and we are going to get practiced more on the print function. And now let's get right into it. So variables is a container that acts as the same value inside of it. They can be used multiple times instead of one time, and then they cannot be saved, and case sensitivity is important in it. So let's get right into it. So variables is basically a variable that you kind of have an idea about it from 6th grade or 5th grade. Variables in math, for example, x plus 5 is equal to 2, 9, that for example x is 4. So yeah, so now encoding is quite different, but let's show you guys how to actually make a variable. So let's make a variable basically, which is let's make t-shirt, okay, t-shirt price. Yes, oh, forgot this. T-shirt price, okay. So t-shirt price 29.99. Okay. So this is a float. Okay, this is a variable which is storing a float. And now, which is something you guys took notice of, which is this. What is this underscore? Yes, you can use underscore in determining variables or declaring variables or whatever. And I've just made one that stores as a value of 29.99. So it's treated by the name of this, but in reality, it stores the value of this. Print, whatever that is, t-shirt price. You guys can see. Wait a little bit. Here, 29.99. So that's in a float. A variable can store whatever value is stored inside of it. So let's take strings. So food, we all like food. My favorite is actually some maybe grilled meat, whatever. Like any sort of anything that has meat, for example, just ground meat. Yeah, ground meat. I love ground meat a lot, especially kebab or whatever. Yeah, ground meat. Okay, so let's print that. Let's print food, and as you guys can see, it's not in double quotation. Food is not in double quotation because it's in a variable. So here is ground meat. Okay, which that's clear for you guys. And we also have we also have a number, which is, for example, ID. Let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's an ID. Let's print ID. That's an integer, of course. Which is, here you go, that's an integer. Okay. We can also store booleans, which is, for example, is playing, okay, which is playing, yes, maybe true, for example, is playing. Okay, so as you guys can see, true. So yes, variables are containers that act the same as the value inside of it, so we can use it multiple times. So let's just copy this real quick and paste it. Copy, paste, like this. Yes, we can use it whenever we want. There is also something called case sensitivity, which is, for example, if I made a variable called x, which is equal to 5, and another one, x capitalized, equals to 9. Let's print both. Print x and print the capital one. Oh, syntax. Okay. So this is 9 and this is 5. They are completely two different variables. One is lowercase and the other is uppercase, as you guys can see. So there's something which is I want to introduce to you guys, which is a type function. A function that determines the type of a value. So for example, let's make result a variable that is going to be equal to a type which is going to return us the type and a value. Let's, for example, 50. We all know that's an integer. Okay, so let's print result. As we know, this variable behaves as a value inside of it, so let's print it. As you guys can see, class int. This returns us, this function returns us the values that is returns us the type of the value inside of this function, which is of course an integer. So then this variable changes to that value which is returned, and then it acts like it, and so this is basically equal to this. You guys can see. Okay, I hope that's clear. We can just use print type 0 and just make this as a comment, for example, maybe. Okay, so yeah, class int, this still works, but this as a result method or storing it inside of a variable is pretty much better. So next is f-strings, which is a formatted strings that stores multiple values together. For example, let me make okay, num of pencils. For example, I have 5 pencils. Okay, just store that, and pencil color, whatever, maybe, I don't know, red. Okay, so now let's mix those together. This is an integer and this is string. You're going to tell me how the heck can we do that? Let me show you. So we can just do print. Okay, open a normal string, a single quotation or a double quotation, but before the string, apply an F, formatted string. My bad, I was doing something. So then we are going to apply. I have, for example, then going to open a placeholder, going to do num of pencil. This will act as this. I have 5 pencil colors, pencils. As you guys can see, I have 5 red pencils. So this acts as this. This is a placeholder for variables inside of strings. You must format that string first, and yeah. So the last concept we have before in this video, which is print, more about print. So we can just do print. I have 5 red pencils. So it was stupid that I made separate those, but yeah, this is what it is. Okay, I have 5 red pencils. So basically, every single value you're going to separate it by a comma, and then you're going to type a second value which is different from the other one, separate by comma. Separate each value by comma, and then it's auto space, so it's going to appear like this. I didn't add space, this automatically adds spaces for me. As you guys can see, I have 5 red pencils. So that only is applied for separate function. So okay everyone, that was it for today's video. I hope you liked the video, and please subscribe to my channel because it's slowly growing. It's not even growing, I know, but please support me. And I want an objective from you guys, which is to print to make variables about your details, your hobby, what food you like, your name perhaps if you want it, and yeah, so on. And store them in variables and print them with an F string, or use the multiple print in one line, or just use a type function, and also determine those type of the stuff you put in a variable with a type function. So see you to the next one, boys, and bye.